Yeah, well, part of the problem with the discourse about the Jewish minority is that Jews are disproportionately successful for all sorts of reasons, and so that fact easily feeds into conspiratorial thinking, right? Partly because minorities are annoying, but they're not nearly as annoying when they're unsuccessful.
Minorities are annoying, but not so bad when they're unsuccessful. However, the Jewish minority is disproportionately successful. Therefore, we can deduce that Jordan Peterson finds them disproportionately annoying, which he does because he's an Albertan neo-Nazi who, in plain view and since at least 1996, has made hundreds of anti-Semitic and pro-Hitler remarks.
Because at least they can, what would you call, atone for the sin of being a minority by being oppressed and miserable. And so that's, a positive thing.
Yeah. The oppression of minorities is a positive thing. They should be oppressed and miserable to atone for their sins. Or as Hitler said, unfortunately, people will have to atone for the sins of this worldwide poisoning with their blood. The sin against blood and race is the hereditary sin in the world, and it brings disaster on every nation that commits it. To atone for the sins committed against the German Volk, the sin against your own and kindred blood will one day lead to misery.
But if they're successful, then they're really annoying. It's because not only are they a minority, but it's easy to become envious, and then it's also easy to presume that it's some sort of conspiratorial practice on the part of that minority that's giving them an advantage over you who's striving ahead so nobly.
You're giving a hypothetical to how the majority sees minorities, not how you see minorities.
Yes, I'm glad you picked that up. Yes. Very astute of you. Hopefully the listeners and watchers will have done the same thing.
I could see it clipped. Look, minorities are annoying, but especially the rich ones.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. You can be sure the Young Turks are going to clip that out.
But yes. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I don't know. I just see it. I saw it kind of happening in real time.
What the creepy guy presumably saw happening in real time was the American rapper Kanye West making a string of anti-Semitic comments that got him removed from Instagram and Twitter and dropped by companies like Adidas and Foot Locker. West's anti-Semitism appears to have peaked in 2022, a year in which he allegedly told staff at a tabloid website that he loved Hitler and the Nazis, claimed he was being targeted by Zionist Jews and the Jewish underground media mafia, said that the Jewish community, especially in the music industry, they'll take us and milk us till we die, and stated, I'm on this anti-Semite vibe and, I'm here to finish the job. I'm here to not back down. Before being removed from Twitter, Kanye wrote, I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. The funny thing is I actually can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jew also. You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who ever opposes your agenda. In Los Angeles, a neo-Nazi group was so inspired by Mr. West's honesty that they demonstrated with a banner that read, Kanye is right about the Jews. According to CNN, Kanye has a disturbing history of admiring Hitler, has read Mein Kampf, and wanted to name one of his albums Hitler. By all appearances, Kanye West is psychologically unwell, literacy challenged, paranoid about Jews, and has a thing for Nazis. Consequently, as Jordan Peterson would see it, he ought to be praised and defended. Indeed, Peterson is planning on talking to him, or at least considering it.
And
I'm planning to talk to him soon, I think.
Say again?
I'm planning to talk to Kanye soon, I think.
And what are your thoughts about that? Have you had? Yeah, what is your thinking with that?
Well, I'd like to find out what's going on. I mean, he's a stunningly creative person, and he seems like a bit too much of a treasure just to throw in the dustbin. Obviously he's got his problems like most people do. And the thing about geniuses is they have lots of problems, just like ordinary people, but they're also geniuses.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
well, that's a good thing to keep in mind. And don't do that. Set your life up so you're not inclined to do that. And think about it and be aware that you are like that, even though you don't want to think you are, right? Because no one wants to think they're a Nazi, but everybody is one. So Look, it was 95% participation in Germany. And like, the only thing that distinguishes, the average person from Hitler is that Hitler was an organizational genius. That's the distinction. It's not the bloody motivation. It's the ability.
Hitler, clear away the Jews. Our own people has genius enough. We need no Hebrews. Peterson, you have the spark of the divine in you, the archetypal perfect man. Hitler, the Aryan represents the archetype of what we understand by the term man. He is the Prometheus of mankind, from whose shining brow the divine spark of genius has at all time flashed forth.
Right, one of the things I've always thought about Hitler is that, people, you have to admire Hitler. That's the thing. Because he was an organizational genius. The thing that doesn't stop people from being Hitler, people don't refuse the ambition to become Hitler because they don't have the genocidal motivation. They don't follow that pathway because they don't have the organizational genius.
To learn more about Jordan Peterson's badly concealed Nazi identity, please read The Devil and His Due, How Jordan Peterson Plagiarizes Adolf Hitler. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe.